Hi everyone! So today I'm going to do a construction of my little crayon box that I make for my fellow third grade teachers at the beginning of the year. And this is just an example of what it looks like. And then as you see, the crayons fit in there. And then this is really cute. I haven't done it yet, but then you cut the back and the front off the crayon box and you can make it into a little notebook. Punch the holes and put paper in there, and it's just really cute. So that's why the box is cut apart and in this side, because then the little notebook fits on this side, and then you're upcycling because you're not just throwing the whole box away. So this is what it looks like, and we'll go on ahead and get started. So I've already put together half of the box. I think this would be really cute too if you didn't want to have it double-sided, and you can just put crayons in here and it can hang on a hook. I thought about making these for my kids because we're having them bring their own headphones this year, so they could put their headphones, like if they brought earbuds, they would fit in there and it could hang off the side of their desk. But I don't know if I want to go to that much work for something that they could destroy in a very little length of time. They are sturdy, but some kids, right? So I'm gonna go on ahead and get started. I'm gonna do the other half of the box. So this is a die from Sizzix. It is called a Bag Caddy. I got this 2 summers ago. That's what the die cuts out. So you need 1 of these and then 2 of these, and then you get some like extra little flowery things. And it's and that's what it looks like. I have this flower too. It's really pretty. And then this flower though isn't part of this die. It's a separate one. And it's 657123. I really like this die. It is one of my favorites. So to do this, I'm going to be adhering pattern paper on. I use the die not only to cut out the chipboard but also the paper, so I know it's going to fit on there with no problems. Alright, so I like to use liquid glue when I'm putting my paper on to chipboard when I'm covering something. So I am using the Aleene's clear gel tacky glue, but you can use whatever adhesive floats your boat for covering chipboard. I am using an acrylic block to spread out my adhesive, and I found that if I wash it up with soap and water, then it's good to go for stamps, and it's not a problem. And if you wait till it dries, it sometimes just peels off, and you don't even have to do the soap and water part. So there you go. I have 4 third grade teachers at my school. I am one of them, so I am making 3 of these puppies for my fellow teachers for a back to school present. And I like to think that they look forward to getting a new box of crayons from me every year. And I like how it's open. I have one at my teacher table for the kids to use as I knock the camera over. There we go. And it's just easy access to crayons. So here's that, and just making sure I have it on there really good. I think that the spreading of the glue is a very important step. It helps. I think it helps just getting it to adhere, getting the paper to adhere a lot better. Here's the little box part. You just fold on the score lines that the die puts there for you. I would definitely recommend getting the extended scoring mat thing. It's just a black, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the score pad. I would definitely suggest getting that. You also need some score tape or some red line sticky tape. I'm going to be using score tape because that's what I have. And you're just going to put this on all the little tabs, and this is what holds your box together. So you can't just use regular adhesive. Like, you've got to use something that's pretty heavy duty. And I just like to put it all on so that I know it's on. And I was watching a video the other day and they were talking about how tape has a cure time. Like, I'd never even thought about that. So putting this on and then letting it set for a little bit is actually a good thing, because it's kind of like getting used to being stuck onto what it's stuck onto, I guess, which will help for a better bond. Whether that's all true and stuff, I'm not sure, but I'll give it a try. And then one more piece. Ta-da! And now I'm going to adhere my paper on this. All of the patterned paper that I am using came from a pack at Michael's, and they still have it because I saw it the other day when I was there. It's one of those packs that sometimes goes on sale, like 3 for $10. By the plain colored cardstock packs. And I think it's really cute. Of course, you can always do this project and change out the pattern papers and do it for maybe a child, for their crayons at home, or as a present, or, you know, you can do it and switch up the colors and put a gift card in there. I just love this little box. It is definitely one of my favorite dies, but I have to say this is my favorite project to use it on. The longest part of this project, in my opinion, is cutting out everything. Okay, so that front part is done. And then we'll go to the sides. And make sure that if there's a right side up to your pattern, make sure you're paying attention and getting it so that it's not upside down. It's already happened to me once today. And I really like this glue. I bought this glue to make little pots of my homemade mud puddles, and it worked really well. Now I'm just kind of using it just to see how it works on other projects, and I really quite like it. And I do like that it's clear. I know white glue's dry clear, but sometimes it's just makes me nervous. If that makes sense. Oh, I did ink these pieces of paper previously. I would definitely suggest, if you're going to ink your papers, to do it before you glue it on. It's much easier. Alright, so now that part's done. I'm going to do one more squish to make sure it gets down good. And then I'm going to put it on the other side of my box. I always do the bottom first. Don't take off all of the backing of your tape at once, because it's just a mess. Do one at a time. Okay. And then I flip it upside down. This is the first time I've done it on camera. It's a little different. I flip it upside down and then line it up. And you have to be kind of careful when lining it up, because if you get it off, then your box will not stand straight. And this is why I like the score tape too, because if you're quick enough, you can peel it up and stick it down again. And the red line tape, you just get one shot. Okay, pretty good. And then you just line it up and stick it on. And line it up, stick it on. And then I like to pinch down on it just a little bit. And that's it. It is a little uneven, but once you put the crayons in, it's not going to matter. Yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten one to be perfectly straight on both sides, but it still works. It's still cute. And once you put the crayons in, it'll be weighted down, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so on to decorating. I am using a paper tray ink stamp set called Back to School, and I have the die that matches it, and it makes all these little books, and the little apples, there's some sentiments, and then some apples, and it's just adorable. The one thing I hope that paper tray ink does is give more book spines. I need some more book spines, please, paper tray ink, if you're watching, because I just do. More bookends. All right, so this is one die, and it's like a little shelf of books already. I'm going to use my pink ATG, and I'm just gonna put some adhesive on the back. I do try to put a little more adhesive than usual, the normal, on these, just because I know kids are going to be touching them. So they just need to be a little more sticky. I'm going to stick this just like so. And then I'm going to do one of the apples. I'm going to do some dimensional adhesive on that. Okay, and I think that side is done. I'm going to go on to the side here, and I'm going to put some little books. I'm going to put a purple book. I am doing these all the same just because it's easier. I don't have to think about a new layout each time. And so that someone doesn't see someone else's and is like, oh, I wish you would have done mine like that too. It's just easier just to make them all the same. And then a little blue book. And if you are a teacher or if you like making things for teachers, I would definitely suggest this die and stamp set because it is adorable. And then it also comes with numbers, and we teach third grade, so I'm going to put a little 3 on there. And I think that's all the time I'm going to have to decorate on camera for you, but that's what it is. That's what it looks like when it's finished. with the crayons in there and soon to be a notebook. And thanks for watching. Bye!